What is up, everybody? It is the True Epic Gamer here, and today we're going to talk about Mario Kart World. Mario Kart is one of the most beloved franchises of all time, and easily one of Nintendo's biggest. They had over a decade to perfect this next entry, and it had to be amazing, especially as the only launch title that they had on the Nintendo Switch too. So what happened? How did we end up with the worst online experience, the weakest Grand Prix mode in years, and an open world that feels completely pointless to explore? Let's talk about why Mario Kart World kinda sucks. The first thing I always do when jumping into a new Mario Kart is going straight to the Grand Prix. It's the core single player experience and usually the best way to learn the new tracks before heading into multiplayer. With nearly 10 entries under their belt, you'd think Nintendo had this formula locked down. So how did they mess it up so badly? At first, it feels really familiar. You pick your character, choose your kart, and select the Grand Prix you want to race. You start the first track, race 3 laps, and everything seems normal. But then things get pretty weird. Instead of jumping straight into the next race, you actually have to drive there on a long, straight highway. Now that's not inherently a bad idea. Some of these stretches are actually kinda fun, but once you reach the next track, you realize you only get one lap. The first 2 laps of every race in that Grand Prix just are spent driving to the track. That long highway that you have to ride from one track to the next, that counts as your first 2 laps. So after finishing all the Grand Prix, it felt like I only raced like 10 real tracks. Everything else just blurred together in a mess of highways and one-lap dashes. It never really felt like I raced anything except the first track of each cup. And here's the real kicker. After getting 3 stars on every Grand Prix, I didn't unlock a mirror mode, no 200cc, no new characters, not even a lousy costume. I got literally nothing, no reward at all. In my opinion, this is hands down the worst Grand Prix mode we've ever gotten in Mario Kart. Next up, let's talk about the big new feature, the main selling point for this game, the open world free roam. And right off the bat, it's handled in the weirdest way possible. You'd think free roam would be front and center in single player, but no, if you click single player, there's nothing there, it's not listed there. You actually have to notice a little icon on the bottom right at the main menu and press start, and then you'll load in. Not exactly intuitive. I mean, it is when you know it's there, but it's kind of weird they don't point you in the right direction, especially for a feature the whole entire game is supposed to be built around. Once you're in, that's it. No intro, no story setup, no NPC giving you objectives. You just drive around aimlessly. There are some challenges scattered throughout the map, like these P switches that trigger a short little gameplay challenge, and honestly they can be fun, but then you realize the game gives you no way to track them. There's no map marker for where they are, and even worse, no way to tell which ones you've already completed. They're not on the map either, so if you're trying to 100% the map and get everything, good luck. You're basically driving in circles hoping to stumble across something you haven't done yet. And your big reward for doing that is just stickers. Not even characters or carts, you just get stickers for doing this. They had so much potential here. Imagine if you had to uncover the map and discover the tracks hidden around the world. Each time you found a new track, you could race organically at that track, maybe even a small story mode. Just enough to give the free roam a purpose. Heck, even something like that Mario Golf game had on the Switch. The game was terrible and they still gave it a little story mode. But Mario Kart, one of Nintendo's biggest franchises ever, gets a half-baked free roam with zero direction. It just doesn't really make any sense at all. But even after all this, I thought to myself it doesn't really matter, since at the end of the day this is just single player crap, and multiplayer is where all the fun really is and is the only thing that truly matters. The graphics and visuals are amazing and the soundtrack is amazing. So it seems like the tracks are probably pretty good as well once I get to actually play them like normal and race 3 laps around them. So I headed online where I wanted to go head to head with other players and put the pedal to the metal on these brand new tracks. I was severely disappointed to find out those stupid long highways are in online with no option to race the tracks normally. This is a major step down from the online in Mario Kart 8, Also, the way the track selection works, it makes people pick from courses nearby in the free roam area. So you end up racing the same tracks over and over again because the voting system is confusing and makes it seem like those are the only tracks that you can do. All in all, some of these things need to be fixed really fast, especially the online part. Not being able to race normally online defeats the entire purpose of Mario Kart and could ensure that this game doesn't have nearly as long of a lifespan as Mario Kart 8. I hope Nintendo listens to the fans and starts improving this fast. Not everything is bad though. The new mode Knockout is pretty awesome. It's essentially a battle royale in Mario Kart and is easily the best addition to the game. Sorry to be the Debbie Downer of this whole thing, but I just feel like this is the kind of stuff people need to know about before dropping $500 for the new console just to play Mario Kart. For those of you out there playing already, I hope you're enjoying your new Switch 2 and having fun on Mario Kart, despite the flaws it might have. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and as always, peace.